For years, I believed success came from brute force. You needed to grind harder. You needed to work longer. You needed to out-hustle everybody in the room. And I wore my 12-hour days like a badge of honor. And I convinced myself that burnout just meant I was doing it right. Does that sound familiar? But here's the truth. I wish someone had told me sooner. Burnout isn't a sign of hard work. It's a sign of broken leadership. I learned the hard way. And when I hit a wall so hard, I started to forget meetings I had just scheduled. And I'm not talking about the oops, I missed the Zoom. I'm talking about full-on brain fog that made me question if I was actually cut out to do this level of leadership. But what I discovered next changed everything. The best leaders today aren't the ones who never stop. They're actually the ones who know when to pause. They protected their energy like it was equity, because it is. So in today's video, we're talking about why rest is the new leadership superpower, how burnout is quietly wrecking your decision-making, and the actual strategy high-performing executives use to stay sharp, energized, and wildly effective. Hi, I'm Jen Wilson, founder of Jen Wilson International. With years of experience leading global teams and coaching top-tier entrepreneurs, I'm here to help you cut through the noise, clear the fog, and bring your vision into life. So let's talk about science for a second. Every decision you make, big or small, drains your mental battery. Studies have shown that when leaders experience decision fatigue, they default to two things: avoiding decisions altogether or making reckless choices. Sound familiar? This is why by the end of the day, you're more likely to snap at your teams, delay important projects, or say yes to things that you shouldn't. Your brain is actually tired. And when your brain is tired, your leadership suffers. So what's the fix? You have to build recovery into your leadership routine, just like an athlete builds rest into their training. Next, hustle culture, it had its moment. We glorified overworking. We celebrated leaders who burnt the candle at both ends. But let's be honest, did that really work? What we've learned is that constant hustle leads to diminishing returns. The longer you grind without rest, the less effective you become. Innovation drops, emotional intelligence plummets. Your ability to inspire, that is gone. High performance leadership isn't about how many hours you put in. It's about effectively using your time and energy. The smartest leaders aren't the ones who work the longest. They're the ones who work the sharpest. So how do the best leaders avoid burnout while still driving results? Here's what they do differently. They treat rest as a strategy. It's not about time off. It's about recovery time. Whether it's 10-minute breaks, walking meetings, or unplugging for the weekend, they know rest isn't a luxury. It's a fuel. They delegate with trust. Burnt out leaders hold on to everything. High impact leaders, they build teams that they trust to execute. They prioritize deep work over busy work. Instead of reacting all day, they carve out focused time for the work that really moves the needle. Next, they set clear boundaries. Work doesn't own them. They own their schedule, they own their priorities and their energy. And then they reframe rest as an investment. Every hour spent resting is recovering, and they can come back stronger, sharper in their thinking, and more emotionally intelligent. And at the end, better able to make decisions. Because burnout isn't the proof of commitment, it's the proof of a bad system. And great leaders, they don't tolerate bad systems. So if you're running on empty, it's time to stop. Not stop leading, stop leading this way. Rest isn't weakness. It's not laziness. It's a leadership power move. The leaders who last the longest, who make the best decisions, who build the most sustainable success, they know how to recover. So here's the challenge. Where do you need to build in more recovery time? What's one boundary you need to reinforce? What's one thing you can delegate to protect your energy? Because the future of leadership isn't about grinding until you break. It's about leading so powerfully that you never have to. Now, if you want to lead with more clarity, energy, and impact, download my core value workbook and start building the rhythm that sustains real leadership.